Hi, my name is Rachel.
My name is Annika.
I'm Lisa.
I'm Sienna.
Aaron Seifner is our subject matter expert. Unfortunately, because of limited 3D printing ability, we're not able to have Aaron test our ramp. Since our ramp was incomplete, it was narrow and needed the assistance of wood blocks, which made us feel unsafe having Aaron test it. We were able to do extensive testing on our own in partnership with Aaron.
My name is Erin Seifer, and I'm a vocational rehabilitation counselor working for the state of Oregon. I have been employed in a place where I struggled to do my job because I was using a wheelchair. I was hired, and at the time I was hired, I was not a wheelchair user. Just one step was a barrier for me, and I ended up doing some probably unsafe activities.
After extensive research, we recognized the disadvantage wheelchair users have when moving between spaces. We decided the problem we wanted to address was the need for inexpensive wheelchair ramps. These temporary ad hoc ramps need to be easy to assemble and robust while not assuming that permanent changes can be made to the installation location.
Many older buildings, such as residences and rental properties, are not designed for people with disabilities. Although permanent ramps are a common solution, the cost and time needed to set up a permanent ramp creates a barrier for many users.
It takes time to accommodate for wheelchair use. Using the SnapRamp will give those folks that time they need that will keep them working.
In the case of property rentals, installing a permanent ramp is not always allowed. Searching for specific properties with pre-built ramps can be very time-consuming. With an increasing amount of people starting to work from home, temporary ramps have become very important.
Yes, housing for folks that are wheelchair users is very hard to find.
We created a set of Lego-like blocks that stack together to create a ramp. It enables wheelchair users to temporarily install a customized ramp based on their stairs. We have many different types of blocks so that no matter the type or size of the stairs, SnapRamp can be used.
We were able to interview a couple of wheelchair users to get their feedback, which was vital to the progression of our product. One of these interviewees, Tim Salvi, has had a lot of experience traveling as a wheelchair user.
Well, I got in a motor vehicle accident in 1987. Been in a wheelchair now for over 30 years.
In his interview, he provided many insightful points and tips.
I have an aluminum one that folds in half, but it's really bulky.
Unlike other temporary ramps, like an aluminum folding ramps, SnapRamp can be disassembled and fit into a bag for traveling. Other ramps tend to be bulky and hard for most users to bring with them and install. Throughout our experimentation, we've changed a lot about our blocks to better fit our users. In the beginning, we made multiple iterations to get the geometry right for the basic 1x1 blocks with the screw holes and staples.
We continued making slight adjustments to the blocks on CAD and continued reprinting the types to test them until we had our block the way that we wanted it to be. From then, we used the design to create a different type of block, like our half blocks.
We printed enough blocks to create a small ramp to test. When designing, we were more focused on residential locations where there is limited floor space. During testing, we found that some users and employers would need a more gradual ramp that was ADA compliant. It was easy to accommodate into our system, so now we offer 2 different slopes depending on the wants and needs of the user.
It was designed to primarily be used in situations with only a few steps and indoors, although it can be used elsewhere.
Because of the way the individual blocks are stacked together to accommodate the step, SnapRamp can be used on almost any stair. On all of our blocks, we designed connecting slots on each side. We used affordable electric staples so that the user of our product could easily buy them on their own. Usage of the staples is quite simple. When you have 2 blocks you need to connect, simply slip a staple into each parallel connecting slots so that the blocks are connected horizontally. The core idea of SnapRamp was to build a semi-portable, ad hoc, easy-to-build ramp that can be used a variety of stairs. With SnapRamp, wheelchair users are able to confidently enter a space, secure in the knowledge that whenever they need a semi-temporary wheelchair ramp, they have a solution.
SnapRamp is a system that can be put together by the wheelchair user themselves or a caregiver. And it's not as big and cumbersome or heavy as some of the rollout ramps that I've seen. This world we live in wasn't really made for people with wheelchairs. It was made more for people who can walk. And having the SnapRamp can give us a little bit more confidence in having a tool that will help us into spaces that in the past we were like, oh, we couldn't do that kind of work because we have to be able to get into these spaces.